Hello, generals. We are preparing for the Battle of Seven Pines. And this is one where you get a whole bunch of allied units, and the idea is that whatever troops are currently in position are under heavy attack, and you need to support them. So, in preparation for Seven Pines, and ultimately in preparation for Gaines's Mill, sorry, we'll go back to the army camp. We're sending Second Corps into battle again. The unit here, actually, let's get William Brewster with the experience command here. Yeah, because this is not a fight where I'm going to need to move terribly fast. So let's get Second Corps. We've got First and Second Infantry. I bumped them up to 1350 to give them some nice maneuverability. We've got generals in charge of the unit just to make sure that these guys can really hit their absolute damnedest. And obviously, the intent is for First and Second Infantry not to be standing in the direct line of fire, but, well, they're going to be doing some direct line of fire, but they're flank units, and they're the ones that do most of the damage. First Infantry is close to its second star, so that's partially why I've got a general there, and then Juan Drake and Gabriel Young both look like officers who, to me, might be able to pick up their second rank of general. And then we have two brand new units, 17th and 18th Infantry with 42s and rebores. They're both as big as it gets as far as I'm concerned. And then we're bringing 6th Artillery, which is Parrots, a unit of Parrots for counter battery fire with the intention of trying to see if I can't get them a star in the course of this fight. And then we're bringing along 1st Rangers. And that's to see if I can't get them some experience, because snipers just get exponentially better the more experience they get. The troops who are currently in 3rd Division are not going to be partaking in the battle. I just don't have anywhere else to put them. So for the time being, they're going to hang out down there, and then we're going to get prepped for Gaines's Mill, where we're going to basically take all of these units, essentially, into our next fight. And we have definitely got enough units to stand up 2 new artillery batteries. We're just not ready yet to do so. So, without further ado, let us jump into it. This is a really fun fight, again, because you get to use so many allied troops to kind of be the bulk of your line. We're going to go ahead and commit second. And it says 17,000 soldiers, but that's all of the troops currently in Second Corps. We're only going to get, the first 6 units, essentially. Situation's critical. Center's under pressure and will soon collapse. Yeah, that's fair, given the units that are currently here. Rebels that will attack in a divided force. So this is one of the ones where normally I recommend, hey, let's go slow. And this is one of the ones where you don't really have that freedom. So fortunately, it's decided to give us 1st and 2nd Division, which is exactly what I wanted. Make sure you have our skirmishers. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Yeah, so we're not going to go ahead and use anything from 3rd Corps or 3rd Division in this fight. We have Brewster, who is our XP general, and then we have our supply wagon. We have a 20-pounder artillery unit, which is probably not the best artillery unit I could bring to this fight. Fortunately, however, we do have 2 allied, I want to say they're 6-pounders, but we do have 2 allied units we can use in the fight. And we're going to go ahead and just dispose our forces. So, there's a sort of a field fight that goes on around here. I want that to be where these units get most of their time. And then we're going to have 1 rifled unit down in the south for support, 1 rifled unit to help here with the center. The Parrots are ultimately going to occupy basically that position once I push the Confederates out of it. And we want sharpshooters as well, helping to bring pressure. Ultimately, I'd like to collapse the Confederate position in this area and then collapse inward, and then utilize the fact that this sort of natural bowl here is a great place for me to kind of form a line and push the Confederates into the corner. What I don't want to happen is I don't want them to retreat down here, which is, of course, exactly what's going to end up happening. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, so the first thing you'll notice when the fight initially starts is you're basically under attack immediately, especially over here. The center isn't quite so bad. Let's take a look and see what these guns are. Yep, that's 10-pound Parrot. Okay, cool. 10-pound Parrot. What do we know about these? Rifled cannon, So they're amusingly, these are weapons that are fantastic for counter battery fire that are going to, of course, be put into the position where they need to be utilized for close range defense. And what we want to do is, I think, leave the guns where they're at. Pull Carr back into the woods. Pull Robinson. What does he have? What do these guys have? They've all got... So in fairness, so they're Springfield units. Okay, so they're definitely going to want to be kind of up in it. And then they're 55 units. Okay, so we need to get into supporting position with the main thrust of the south ASAP. Our press here can probably take a little bit of time to get positioned, which is fine. We'll get Brewster into position. We'll get Cook into position. And then I'm going to see if I can't rush sharpshooters in to support ASAP as well. So I want you kind of in the cornfields and just give ground because we can't hold that. All right, so yeah, you're under attack almost immediately. And I want to see that attack coming. Goodbye, Bernie skirmishers. Just a very immediate general engagement across the line. There's a lot of moving pieces going on in this fight. And it's hard to keep track of everything because it's all happening so quickly. However, that Confederate enthusiasm can pretty rapidly get them overextended. Rebor is doing some serious work. Here we go. So the 20-pounder Parrott is not the kind of cannon you bring to a battlefield to slaughter large swaths of infantry. That's not the ideal target. As you can see, they've had some pretty... I mean, if this was a howitzer unit, they would have had great infantry targets, and they're not getting a lot of kills. So you definitely want to make sure you're utilizing your cannon for the appropriate thing. All right, let's just make sure that we're actually clear to enter. Oh, I caught a glimpse of something screaming my way. Something this way comes. Here it is. Halton. Hutton. Oh, God. Dude, fall back. They're coming right at you. Jesus. Just with roller skates is what I've repeatedly heard this referred to, that Confederate attack. Get out of musket range. Yeah, just really punish them for this nonsense. All right, great. So this is a great traditional field battle, kind of the thing you'd see in a movie almost in terms of how linear it is. All right, cool. So we gotta... It's, so let's talk a little bit about... I'm sorry, I'm trying to talk and play at the same time. Let's talk a little bit about kind of... theory of warfare. So when they're coming screaming at you like that, you got two options. One, you can kind of stand and take it and punish them and have them just sort of bounce off of your line. And there are positions when you want to do that. Let's say, for example, that they were coming from this direction and I had troops occupying this position. I'd want to stand and fight. Out in the open, however, there's really no reason for you to do that. There's plenty of reason for you to just fall back. Let them tire themselves out, especially if they've run this entire way. The AI gets a bonus in stamina regeneration, but they don't have a bonus that prevents them from running out of stamina in the course of their attack. So there's no reason not to just give ground. And the second I identify a viable artillery target, the 20-pound battery will be utilizing a better target, especially in the case of a unit like the 1st Ranger, where skirmishers have atrocious melee stats. You don't want to use them for that role. Frankly, 10-pound parrots aren't really all that good for infantry work either. Let's get Brewster down here, babysit these units. There's a small sharpshooter unit here screening their position. That's probably not going to go well for them. And it's really, really important in this phase of the fight that when you do advance, you do so in a linear fashion. My veteran troops I can trust to occupy and fight kind of unwatched, but I really feel like I need Brewster kind of right up on 17th and 18th to just keep them company, make sure they fight. Here we go. Counter battery target. Go. Oh my god, you're kidding me. Really? Who just died? Oh. Okay. I mean, that sucks for the AI. I care a lot less. Fall back. Make the AI pay. Yeah, just give ground. If the enemy wants to run at you, let them. Unless you're in cover, like these units are in pretty commanding defensive terrain, there's no reason for them not to fight. But this position, Hutton's position, is completely unsustainable. And now we start trying to bring the hammer down to the south. Yeah, okay, look, the casualty numbers are getting much better. Counter battery fire is definitely what these units are for. Keep in mind, this is also a brand new unit. They don't have a lot of experience. I want them to get some trigger time. So I would be tempted to advance, but I don't want to threaten the integrity of the line. And we're just destroying them in the middle here. It's great. Skirmisher units starting to really get some great numbers. Those sharps are... I think it's probably a combination of the fact that they have a star and decent firearms and good efficiency, and they're being led by that's the unit. Sorry, they're being led by a colonel, but they're really starting to get some great numbers. So what's their stats? Their stats aren't nearly as impressive as 1st Infantry's. So 1st Infantry is one of my elite units relatively. I don't want to threaten the integrity of the line. So even though I'm ready to attack elsewhere, I want to make sure it's relatively uniform. And now it can be uniform. So these two units are small enough. I'm going to leave them there to kind of watch the flag. They're also fragile, and the general died, so I'm going to have them merge. Second Infantry here is used predominantly as a backstop. However, I don't think that we're going to get many Confederate charges at this point, so they're just going to extend the line out left. And Robinson and Carr right in the center, and my units on the flank. This is exactly what I want to see. Counter battery, my good man. Counter battery. Yeah, good job. We just killed a cannon. Way to go. Here's the supply. Let's keep these guys supplied. Okay, so usually I can kind of push them into this corner here, but it looks like it might work the other way around, which is still okay. Get out of there. If the AI wants to fight, let it fight. Whoa, what happened? Oh. Alright, so there's plenty of grindy fight left in the Confederates. Johnny Reb has a lot of fight in him. But there's not a lot of army left. Actually, no, there's plenty of army left. I don't know what I'm saying. Their position might have deteriorated. Their ability to maintain a strong front line might have deteriorated, but there's plenty of army left. Yeah, way to go. Had some heavy losses on 17th and 18th. Also first. First has probably been hit hardest. Oh, jeez. No, first hasn't been hit hardest, but they've certainly been hit hard. What exactly do you think you're going to do? Once again, I can finish now, but I think that there's plenty of fight left to be had. Especially in the case of first, there's plenty of kills to be earned. Plenty of experience to be had. Same for First Ranger. They're doing some good work, and they've got more they can be doing. Is the slowest charge in the history of ever. Come on, come on. Give it up. Throw your guns down. Throw your guns down. Call it a day. Guess not. Okay, that's fine. Then get out of my woods. One way or the other. Alright, looks like there's a whole clump up here, which is great. That means we can kind of block off their retreat. And we'll just kind of keep going until they tell me I can't fight anymore. Goodness, 1st Infantry. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. And what did I say before this game started? I was like, yeah, I don't want 1st and 2nd Infantry in the meat of the fight. Where are they? Of course. Sometimes that's just where those units end up being. Rangers are doing great, though. Good lord. How much more can you take, Anderson? Alright, I figure Rhodes has got one good volley in him, and then that's that. Yep, cool. Alright. It may be unrealistic, but I'd like to see if the Rangers can get over 1,000 kills in this battle. And some of these units just kind of standing out in the open, so it stands to reason. Depending on how much time I have. They do not, in fairness, get a lot of kills per volley. Or a flank shot like that. Yeah, it was like 21. Alright, you're bottled in. I've never seen them go up this way. They always end up down there. This is cool. Alright, always fight at the edge of your range. 1,000 is seeming a lot more achievable. Now that there's 3 units I want to try and tango. Oh my god, first, dudes. No, just fall. You're done. You had a good fight. I think you're going to get your 2nd star. Let's let the rookies get some fighting in. Well, 1,000 would be a lot more achievable if you guys would actually shoot. There's plenty of these targets that are in range. Just pick one and go. I don't really care who you're shooting at, man. It's all good. Yeah, I think we're probably going to eke over 1,000. It'll be close. Ooh. Oh my goodness. You're teasing me. Watch them end the battle right now. All right. Good job. Good job. Okay. we got a beautiful flying target in the open. Go for it. Girl. All right, keep going. Don't let up. Nice. Good job. 3-1, pretty messy. I don't know how much of that was on allied units and how much of that was on mine. I know plenty of it was on my first infantry. They got plenty of kills, but they also got plenty of losses, way more than I wanted. Yeah, and then looks like 17th also got plenty of hits. 18th did fine as well. Officer promotions, dead. I think these are both allied units. I don't know about Kershaw. We'll find out, I guess. Captured a whole... Oh, that's awesome. Oh my gosh. That's like 2 units of Springfields. Oh man. Oh, talk about a boon that must have gotten off of friendly troops. Man, that's wonderful. And then looks like we got some of their sharpses too. How many units did Rangers lose? They lost 20 guys. Looks like you guys just killed yourselves a net 40 reinforcements or 50 reinforcements. Oh, that's awesome. Way to go. All right, cool. Well, so this battle is, like I said, a lot of fun. And if you have the allied units kind of do a lot of the grindy fighting, you can, I guess you can milk it for a bunch of weapons. So, yeah, I don't know if any of these are mine. This is a great fun battle. I actually like 12-pounders. Like, I consider them to be a great natural evolution from the 6-pounder, which I have a whole bunch of. But yeah, so that was our preparation. So we have done all of the campaign small battles leading up to Gaines's Mill. We're going to go ahead and put 1 more point into economy, get those guns extra cheap, have all of our officers. We are ready to go in terms of arming our units. We have a whole bunch of Springfield 55s to utilize, which is just a complete huge boon. A bunch of Sharpses, another crap load of Hunters, which I'm probably not going to end up using. The Cookin Brothers, I think, ended up being a mistake. We'll see what I do with that. And artillery starting to come along. So before we move into Gaines's Mill, the average army size has come down. I think the average army size was about 63,000, so they're down, 4,000 or so. We're going to get ready for Gaines's Mill. I think we do have enough units that we can fully fill the map. They're just currently misaligned in terms of what's in what division, what's in what corps, and that kind of thing. It looks like, we can add 2 units to the army. You know what? I bet some of those things are in the 3rd division, which won't be being counted here. Okay, so if that's the case, we will get things prepped up for Gaines's Mill in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. This is Fiasco. I hope you had a great time. I know I certainly did. I'm very happy with the army. Yep, they did get their 2nd star. Very cool. This Union Army is coming along very well. Mixed Order is performing really, it's really fun. I'm really having a good time with the whole train them in the field mentality, because these units are both on the cusp of their star. Yeah, it looks like they're on the cusp of the star, but they've gotten some great stats, and they might be great candidates for a rifled unit, a rifled upgrade, as the case might be. So, yeah, thanks so much for watching. Fiasco, signing out.